The Fuse UK podcast is proudly sponsored by EcoSmart. EcoSmart help people to find the most suitable and affordable solutions to reduce their energy bills. They will assess your property and determine which system would be the most suitable for you to power your home with cheaper, greener energy. Not just that, but EcoSmart can also provide scaffolding services that can change charging ports at home for your electric cars, and many more services that can provide. Call them now on 0800 222 9532. EcoSmart, leading the way in renewable energy.
Good.
Oh yeah, good brother, good. What's going on?
I'm good, mate. I'm better now. I've seen you. I haven't seen you on the podcasts and that for a while, so it's good to see you back, mate.
Yeah, man, I've staying busy in the gym. Just been having some trouble finding a matchup on the card. Finally got an opponent. Had a card that was canceled on July, but now we're looking back at the end of August. So August 29th, BKFC, still opponent Brad Kelly.
Wow, what a matchup, mate. Good fighter as well, Brad Kelly, and it'll be a good fight for you to bounce back with.
Yeah, man, he's going to bang. So it's what people are going to want to see. He's not known for any kind of run in boxing. He's more going to meet me in the middle, and I mean, he's going to play into my game plan for me, and it's my game plan too. So yeah, it's good for the fight. Good fight for the fans for sure.
Yeah, it definitely is, mate. And have you been like staying active all the way through your time off?
Oh yeah, man, I've got my shit together, dude. So, you know, since I went to after obviously with Connor, I went to Paris and spent some time with my my family. We all went together, and came back, and I quit drinking. I followed a diet. I got a meal plan. I got a men's health sponsor to go get my blood work to make sure I'm maintaining cortisol levels in the morning. I've quit drinking caffeine at certain levels. I only have certain amounts per day, and yeah, man, just getting healthy, dude. I was walking around like 197, cutting to 165 sometimes. Now I'm about 175 to 185. I'll be only cutting 10 pounds the 2 weeks before my fight camp. Back when I was fighting 155, I always walked at 175. So I'm going to be back there and just, man, healthy, focused on being as healthy as I could. My injuries are finally healed up. I've been training smart at the gym. I joined American Top Team with Douglas and Diego Lima and the Lima Brothers Top Team and Atlanta Top Team. You know, they got a bunch of squads in Atlanta have all come together and just, yeah, steady training, dude.
Yeah, good. And I suppose, obviously, with your changing and all the healthier ways, your major changes, you'll be a better place mentally as well, I'm guessing.
Oh, yeah, man. Me and the wife are doing good. My businesses are doing good. My family's doing good. My son's 18th and turned 19, doing great. Just, you know, I've been blessed. You know, the pandemic tore everybody apart, and what it did for me as a fighter, it challenged me. And I was like, all right, fuck you, world, game on. You know, like, this is what you want to be fucking rotten to me. And it just made me tough and a better man, a better husband, a better fighter, smarter. And yeah, I've kind of combined it all here, dude. And have my wife, of course, is one of my biggest supporting systems in my fight, dude. You know, she helps with the meal prep, she helps with the sponsors, and she's encouraging me to go to the gym. You know, she's most wives are like, oh, you're always fucking gone, and she's never telling me to get the fuck out. She obviously loves spending time. So I mean, jokingly, she does. She's like, get the fuck out. You know, you got a big fight coming up. It's time to go. Wake up. You know, almost like a good mother would. You know, we need that, man. She's up there and I don't feel good. It don't fucking matter. She's still gonna make sure I'm there. She had my alarm set for this show. I mean, I'm just organized. I have it together, and it's my team, my people, the love, just the organization. Everything's just working together.
Yeah, of course it is, mate. And with this fight going into with Brad Kelly, what do you think of Brad Kelly so much? And what do you think of Brad Kelly, so far in what you've seen in the BKFC?
I mean, he's friends, man. We talk about nothing, and obviously, you know, just like me and Connor fishing, he's a good country boy. He's tough, but I think I'm gonna beat his ass. I'm a dog, dude. You know, like I said, Connor knew I was a dog. That's why he boxed and ran. But I ain't gonna try to box, man. I lost my advantage by trying to prove I can box. Obviously, I'm a good striker, but my game plan is I've never been dropped by a punch in my entire career with almost 100 professional fights with all combined sports. And I was stupid. I should have just went in there and cavemaned his ass and then Hitman 187. And that's what I'm going to do to Brad. And I don't think he can give what I can give at the pace I can give it. And I know for sure as fuck he can't take what I can take at the pace I can take it while giving it. And that's what I'm going to give, dude. I said I was going to blow the roof of Wembley down. And I feel like I disappointed myself trying to impress haters and trolls and people in the community. And And I mean, I still was myself, but I did. I boxed. I shouldn't have went out there and boxed. I should have went out there and beat his fucking ass. And that's what I'm going to do. Excuse my language, but I'm just going to beat somebody's fucking ass next time. I'm a fucking psychopathic caveman in that cage, and I'll save all the nice shit and winning Humanitarian of the Year award down in West Scottsburg. You know, I'll save all that shit for the Joe at home good version husband shit. But in that cage, ain't none of that motherfuckers no more. I'm done with that shit, dude. I love you, Brad, but I'm gonna fuck you up.
That's one of the questions I was going to ask you. Would you say you've got one of the best chins in the full of the BKFC roster?
Fuck yeah, I have. Find one better, dude. I mean, I challenge anybody. Anybody who's ever trained with me or faced me in the gym is my friend. You know, ask them, dude. I can't explain it, but I always used to watch Stan Lee's Superhuman, and God he's like, man, this motherfucker's going to do a bunch of stupid shit. And he made my skull thicker and my jaw thicker, and it's just hard to take me out.
What did you think of the fight the other weekend with Rico and Caleb, who were in your weight division?
Caleb, man, I even messaged him personally. You know, he was a kid, and I remember seeing him going, man, I've never even hit anybody with a bare fist. It was his first fight in one of the interviews, you know, but he did that tournament. And now he's a man, dude. He went out there and took a hell of a fight. Rico hit super hard. It was just a really tough, entertaining, classy. Caleb's striking is getting better. Obviously, Rico's a seasoned striker with lots of power at his size. Me and him got a lot of power. He's about the only other person I think that's got some power like me at 65 like that. And I don't know if he's got it in both hands, but just from what I saw, man, he looks strong as hell. Hands made of brick.
Yeah,
but again, Caleb's jaw ain't my jaw. So as tough as he is, as much as he got back up, I mean, I've been hit with a baseball bat across the skull. Y'all have seen me, my eye about pop out my face, and I just run right through that son of a bitch.
But credit where it's due in it. There was no losers in that fight, was there?
Hell no, man. That's what I told him in there, dude. I messaged Caleb personally. I took it upon I'm a fan, dude. I don't even a guy. I don't hate anybody. You know, I love every single fighter that's a real fighter. Obviously, if they're dedicated, I mean, I'll tell you if you're fucking up. I'll tell you if you drank too much. I'll tell you if you do this. Hopefully, people will keep me on track. That's what we're supposed to do, is mentor each other too. But man, that was just perfect, dude. You can't complain about winning or losing that fight. Anybody in the world would pay to watch that fight 500 times. You say they're going to rematch, I'm watching it. You say they're going to rematch a third time, I'm going to watch it. I mean, that's why Moreno and what's the guy? They went like three. They're finna go like the fourth or fifth time or some shit. But you know, when you fight like that, it's just amazing.
Yeah, is that a fight that you obviously? I know you're not looking past Brad Kelly, but is that a fight you would like down the line with Rico?
Yeah, I mean, I think that it's another title contention. Look at his record. Look at who he is. Both people are going to want to see it because, I mean, just that straight up thug, ready, willingness to fight. We're a great matchup, so it's probably going to have to happen. And the big names too. If he keeps rising, anybody that's going to step above me, I've obviously got to go get the fuck out my way and snatch him back down. So if he gets any more wins and he does better, I'm going to come after him anyway. So it don't matter. Whoever's coming for that title and whoever's snatching up and said they hit the hardest and the greatest, that's who I want to fight. I don't want no bitch boys. I want monsters. I want everybody to say Joe's gonna get his ass beat. Oh, fuck him. I'm gonna go out there and just fucking eat punches, sandwiches, and fucking all the haters. That's what I fight for.
We see this every time with you. We know what Joe Elmore brings, but is there anything different that we're going to see in August to your game plan?
I'm just healthy and smart. I'm in love with what I'm doing again. I'm getting paid a really good amount If I'm not going to be a champion, I told them they're going to pay me like a champion because I'm bringing numbers in like that. So it makes it easier, dude. I've got an orthopedic sponsor. He told me if I cut my finger off, they'll sew it back on. And I've been doing PRPs, which is where they draw your blood in the platelet-rich plasma. It helps get rid of the scar tissues. That way I don't bust open as easy, to help soften my skin up. I'm not going to be cutting the weight, which is not going to dehydrate my skin. I'm going to be faster. My cardio, could you imagine me with double the cardio? I do myself, I want to give that to the fans. I want everybody to be excited and see what I'm bringing. If it's like when you watch Nate Diaz in his last fight, you want to cry because you love him and he was the gangster. And then you see not Nate, but Nick, and you want to go, God, no, Nick, when he fought Robbie and Robbie was having to hug him, for example. That ain't Nick. That ain't Nick Diaz. Nick Diaz is the Stockton motherfucker, back in the day. So I want people to see, damn, Joe's just getting better. Joe, even though he's a veteran of MMA, he's where he's done. He looks stronger. He looks better. He looks more healthy. I want the people to see the evolution, to see me get better the same way I message Caleb. Man, keep people excited. I'm obviously going to brutalize them, but yeah, man, I'm getting smarter. I'm working on my when to clinch, when not to clinch, when to go all the way inside, when to stay outside and throw my bombs. If I would have mixed up a little bit of what I did with Tom Schoaf and a little bit of what I did with Will Choate by changing those angles and obviously being healthy, and a little bit of the toughness that I put with Leonard Garcia, and a whole lot of the footwork that I worked for Connor to counter his, if I put all four of those things together in one fight, and Brad Kelly's my test dummy. I'm going to see what the angles and everything can do. And obviously I'm not looking past him at all, but my confidence says I'm going to crush his ass with all four things combined. And then once the people see that, it just evolves again. I go, okay, now here it works. And now who's my new opponent? Who am I going to use it against? And where are we going with it now?
Yeah, because it's good to see you back, mate, because in the BKFC, like, no disrespect to the fighters or anything, but there's not many people who have characters, and like yourself and Conatini and people like that who entertain the fans, do you know what I mean? Not just in the fights, off camera, the build-ups, the press conferences and things like that. And is that something that you've always brought with you, even in your MMA career?
Passion and love, man. I as a kid, when you're think about, when you're poor or you don't have a whole lot, kicking a can, wrapping up when you can't afford a baseball, wrapping up some paper and some tape and hitting it with a mop stick and playing stickball outside. And you create games and imagination and entertainment and fun. And I always say to myself, that's why I'm a people's champ, dude. There's a guy arguing with his wife at home. There's a guy who's and his whole family, brother-in-laws and sister-in-laws, maybe the only time they get together is UFC fight nights, or maybe there's a doctor and a rich guy and a poor guy here, but they're still in that fight room. You get to make all these different kind of people from every race, every religion, every color. They come in and they either love you or they hate you, but you make them feel that emotion, or they're betting on you. And it's like, man, where else in the whole world can you get that feeling? So it's my job to make you better you're going to either fucking hate this caveman. Oh, he's cocky. Well, I do that for people, man. I'm super humble and shit. I put on a little bit of I'm me because I'm confident and I believe I'm the best motherfucking fighter in the world. So don't be fooled. But it's a character too. I grew up. Jerry Lawler's my fourth cousin, so I grew up around WWE. I got to go to Mid-South Championship Wrestling when I was a kid and watch Flying Brian Pillman. And I remember one time at the Mid-South Coliseum going in the back, and Sergeant Slaughter was back there, and they're like all on each other's back up and shit. But dude's cutting himself with like tiny little spots with razor blades, and then taking super glue, and they're passing it around to each other. So when they hit each other with the brick, which obviously it's a brick glove ladder match that I was at for like the original, like fucking before the cage match. And then, but it was so when they did this, blood would like shoot out of the little cuts, but they were little paper cuts. So they didn't have to like literally just bruise each other to death and bash each other's brains in. And it was for entertainment, but they really threw each other through the table. They really hit each other with barbed wire. And I asked them why they do it. And they said, because you hear those people cheering. So, obviously you can go out there and be good, but you got to make kids look up to you. If I want to speak and go to talk to kids, I got to be an entertainer, because if they look up to me, maybe they don't listen to their parents. I get to, it's all that combined for me. And then that's why that entertainment all it's the center of what makes you important and valuable outside of your fighting, becoming a commentator, having a career later, not just being some dumb lug with a bald head that's tough as fuck that never been dropped. It's a lot more than that. But that's a blessing, but there's a lot more to it.
Are you still doing the music and that?
Yeah, man, I do that for fun. I know a lot of rappers and stuff, and I actually, I'm trying to get a little feature from Little Boozy, and I've been connected to some guys that follow me down in Atlanta that do music videos with Busta and other people like that. So yeah, I'm trying to put some stuff together. I know the guys that own Redneck Rave, of obviously entertainment. I've been connecting, trying to figure out some YouTube stuff and some other entertainment outlets outside of fighting as well. So yeah, I'm connected, but it's still a hobby, man. I'm never gonna win a Grammy or no shit like that. I love poetry and I love spitting and battle rapping and battle dancing and just anything like that. It's emotion and fun, and sitting down in a room bullshitting, cracking on each other in a studio is pretty fun sometimes.
Yeah, 100%, mate. And before we wrap it up, is there anything else you want to share? Was there any sponsors, any shout outs, anything like that?
Yeah, shout out Bare Knuckle Boxing Hall of Fame in Belfast, New York. I got to go up there to receive Humanitarian of the Year award this year, named after Scotty Burt, the curator, and I learned so much. And people hate and don't take their time because this organization does this, or BKB or BYB or BKFC. But man, Bare Knuckle's a big family. I just want to say shout out to them for not being political, staying stuck in the middle, no matter who is there. I want to send a shout out to all my sponsors. Macro Mills, Barbos Orthopedic. They're an orthopedic surgeon. They work with some of the best athletes in the world, but they're covering us, not taking our insurance, none of our money. They're just making sure that we're healthy athletes, just to show other people that no matter what, you can stay healthy. So that's important to all athletes in the world. Jeff Barbos, thank you. And everybody, man, just the fans. Y'all know y'all are most important beside the sponsors and stuff. Thanks for everybody that supports us and gives us cavemen an outlet and gives us all this love, and the kids and everybody. And just thanks. Appreciate you for giving me a way to talk to the UK. And yeah, many blessings, brother.
Anytime, mate. And as always, really appreciate you giving me your time, Joe, and coming on. But like I say, people who are watching, make sure you head over to the description. I'm going to put all Joe's social medias and things in there. So make sure you follow him up on his journey. And what else was going to say there, mate, is obviously, you know, when you've coming up a fight week, you'll have to jump on again and have a crack with us before the fight. Yeah, man, you can maybe bring me and Brad Kelly on. We can see who can trash each other with the best banner. We'll have a little fun with it. Yeah, class. I'll drop Brad a message, see if he's up for it, bro. Hey, I'll drag him through the mud. You just be the middleman. Many blessings, y'all. Thanks, dude. Later, Lou. Bye, mate.